Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to film eyeshadow palette, ranking, and review videos. I focus mainly on indie makeup, but I do occasionally bring some mainstream brands into the mix. So if you like eyeshadow palettes, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And I am excited because I purchased the Make Your Own Magic bundle from Bellabeautebar. So it included 9 single eyeshadows, and you could buy any of the shadows via single, or you could do them in a bundle and then bundle it with the actual like magnetic palette, and they would put it all together for you. So that's what I chose to do. I want to show you multiple looks featuring this palette, so if that is of interest to you, then I recommend that you keep on watching and also give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. For this video, I want to do something a little different. I want to focus on like showcasing each of the singles, obviously, and then just showing some looks, like, you know, in the video. So first things first, I will insert the video of the swatches here, and yeah, as you can see, they are very sparkly. I don't know if I captured the shifts that well in like the sunlight, because I feel like the shift, like lower lighting definitely shows shifts more, but these are super shifty. They are holochromes. They are hand pressed holochromes. So yeah, anyways, that's that on that. I want to, like I said, feature the different shades. I'm gonna feature each shade in a look. I'm not gonna do like 9 looks. Like for example, I have 2 of the shades on my lids today. So yeah, lids. I have multiple lids. Anyways. One on each eye. But anyways, so there will be a few looks. I'm not going to do tutorials. I know a lot of you don't like that, or some of you don't like that, but I want to focus more on just like showing the finished look and giving my thoughts on it in like a review without the tutorial piece. If you want a tutorial on this eye look though, it will be on my TikTok. So that is katelynhousemakeup if you want to follow me there. Okay, I don't know the shade names. While I'm editing, if I can figure out the shades that I used, I will type them up on the screen. But for today, I used this shade here, and then I used the shade up here. So that first shade I pointed at is like on the inner half of my lid, and then the other shade's on the outer. And then I did blend it out to purposefully create like a glitter explosion on my eye, or a sparkle explosion. I don't think it's like a glitter, but anyways, you get what I'm saying. I really like how this look turned out. I did pair it with my Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag facelift palette, if you're curious about the neutral mattes that I'm using. But yeah, that is look 1 with this palette. So we have 7 more shades to go. So let's keep it moving. Okay, day 2, and I'm not bothering styling my hair because I'm getting it done later. But anyways, focusing on the makeup, here's the look I did. So I only used 1 shade today. I used this middle shade here, and I wanted to be intentional about it because some of these shades are very like flaky multi-chrome textured, and some of them are just like super sparkly, like more of like, I can see the holochrome effect, and they're like a little bit softer and smoother. So this is one of those more soft, smooth shades, less flakiness. So I feel like you get a very intense, I'm trying to get as close as possible. I feel like you get a very intense sparkle with it, but it's not textured. So I wanted to highlight that. I really like this look. I think it's really pretty. Yeah, if you're curious about the mattes I used mattes from the Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette and my Be Perfect and Stacey Marie Carnival 5 Interstellar palette. And then I also used the color case from Made by Mitchell. I used, what shade is it? The shade Sour. So it's like the lime green shade. I put that on my inner corner, and then I pulled one of the shades from the Cosmic Brushes palette to set that. So yeah, that's what I have on my eyes today. I'm really happy with this. These shades, I was thinking about it this morning, and I was like, these are like so shifty. Like, how, I don't know how I'm gonna combine them. Like, I know these 2 could probably go together for a look. This green probably could go with that one, but I already used that one. But I could use it. Maybe I could do it with that. And then, but these 2, I mean, I just feel like you get so much shiftiness with like these 2 in the corners that like I think together it might be a little too much. So anyways, we have a few more looks to go is what I'm trying to say. And so let's keep it moving. Good morning. I guess I don't need to say that every time. It is day 3, and I'm not gonna lie to you all, I'm pretty sure this is my favorite look out of the 3. I don't know that these are necessarily my favorite shades in the palette, but I'm really happy with how this look turned out. So let's talk about what I used. Obviously the Make Your Own Magic palette, but I used this shade up here, which if I figure out the shade names, I will put that on the screen. And then this green shade down here. And I just think they created such a nice combo. It's so fun. I combined that with my Ace Beauté Tropical Vibes palette, which if you're a green eyeshadow palette lover and you don't have this palette, let me tell you, you need it. I know that's not the point of this video. Anyways, the issues I'm having with being able to like talk about the shades is because Bellabeautebar's site is down as I'm filming this video. They are reopening their website on April 5th when they're launching their Pastel Garden palette, bringing back like an updated Poison Garden 2 and also more of these. I think it'll be a limited quantity of the individual shades plus like a bundle, and I'm assuming it'll be a pre-order. I'm not sure. The owner hand presses these shadows, so she did mention to me that it is limited quantity, but she did say it'll be back and available. And I don't have my Instagram DM open with me, but I'm pretty sure she said for pre-order. Anyways, so that's why I can't tell what shades are which. But anyways, we have 4 more shades to wrap up this palette. So I think I'm going to do 2 more looks. I think I am going to just go for it and combine these 2 and just see how it goes. But tomorrow we'll be doing these 2 looks. So yeah, anyways, see you next time. It's later the same day of what you just saw. Obviously, I have 2 very different eye looks on. So I just have had a long and stressful week at work. So what I like to do when I want to de-stress is to just play with makeup and just try new things, do fun stuff. I don't tend to do a ton of graphic liner looks. I don't feel like I'm very good at it. So I was like, let me just like mess around and see. So I have used, let's see, this shade is the one that's on this side, and then this shade right here is the one that's on this side. So my thought process behind trying these out, neither of these have glitter glue. I will say that the brand has said multiple times in posts regarding these singles that glitter glue is going to make them work the best. They are that flaky texture shimmer. I've used glitter glue in every look, like the first 3 looks that I showed, and they worked great. It worked great with the glitter glue. I didn't have issues. But I did this look, both of these looks, without glitter glue. On this eye, I took kind of a flat brush, but it's also a little bit fluffy, and I tapped the shade on as lightly as I could to just get the sparkle, but not anything super opaque. And I feel like I was able to get that. I get like a very textured, sparkly shimmer, and I think it looks stunning, and I'm really happy with this. If you're curious about the mattes I used, I paired my Unearthly 1964 palette and the Weirdos palette to kind of create this like pinky purpley moment. And then over here, I used the Artist palette. This is their collab with Maytahmi, or Glisten Cosmetics collab with Maytahmi. And then, yeah, I used obviously the Make Your Own shade. But what I did with this one is I took my finger and like pressed it in. So I think you can see that like this one has almost like, it seems like more of like a blue base to it, with like the pink purple reflex. So I feel like it's like a darker, more opaque base than this one. I think that's going to be the difference between the 2. I'm going to swatch them really fast because I do feel like in the pan these 2 shades look kind of similar. So I don't want people to like get both and be disappointed, but they're really not. Yeah, this one definitely has like almost like a blue, tealy blue base to it. This is the one that's on, this first one I swatched is this eye. Now we'll swatch this one on the other eye. And this is what this one looks like if I didn't. See how that one's almost like more of like a lighter silver base. So that's kind of the difference between the 2. I probably could have used them in a look together. I know I mentioned in the last clip that I was not sure if that would work since they're so similar, but I do feel like they have different bases to them. So I think in actual application, they would look really pretty next to each other. The only thing is like they have similar shifts, so you might have them like kind of look the same on me. Obviously I didn't try that, so I can't speak to it, but just wanted to share that. So we will do one more look for this video, and that'll be tomorrow's look, and you'll see it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here is the last look. I'm gonna get up close and personal because these shades are very chunky and flaky. All of them are kind of chunky and flaky, but these ones in particular I feel like are really chunky, so I want to make sure everybody sees the texture on the look. I personally love having a variety of textures. I don't need all of my shimmers to be super chunky and sparkly. I don't need them all to be like smooth, wet, metallic looking. Like, I like that variety, but that's not everybody. There was like a little bit of drama on Instagram just about how to use these shadows, and people feeling like, I guess, that the brand hadn't disclosed what the formula was because the brand had said that they were hand pressed but didn't say that they were really chunky and flaky. And then I think there was to some extent people feeling like duped by swatches because they didn't look super chunky and flaky. I don't know what people saw, what came across their feeds, what they read, how they interpreted things. Like, it is what it is. I personally really like all of the shades in this palette, but I will show you like the blue. I don't know if you can see the like blue explosion. Like, these are messy, so they're very softly pressed. If you go in a little too hard with your finger or your brush, it's like exploding everywhere. So you have to be gentle. I give grace for that because they are hand pressed, handmade eyeshadows, so they're not like being pressed like as firmly as like a machine would do that. So that part of it doesn't bother me. A lot of you that have watched my channel know that I love the Danessa Myricks Infinite Chrome Flakes that are literally this, you know, flaky texture in a gel format. I love that. I love the texture that it gives. I love the flakes. I don't mind that it's not like a super opaque shimmer on my lid. So for my personal preferences, this works out great. It is very expensive. So each shade, I don't remember the price of each shade, but I know that the whole bundle with the like this packaging and the shades themselves was $145, which is a lot. I do appreciate that the brand gives the option of buying the singles individually, so you can just pick which shades you like. Hopefully I will have figured out what the shade names are and labeled that so that helps you. Here's the last look at the palette. I don't think there was any shade that I like didn't like that if I were you I would skip. I would, you know, be cautious about the super flakiness if that's not your jam. You're not gonna like these, and they're expensive if you don't like the flakiness. This shade that I used in the first look, the shade that I used in the second look, and then the shade that I used in the third look, I think are smoother, more like holochrome sparkles without being super textured. Everything else is that very textured, flaky formula, and then I feel like these two blue shades are even more of the flakiness, like chunks, if that makes sense. So let me know what you thought of these looks, which look was your favorite in the comments, and with that I will see you all next time.